Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. My name is Muhammad Amirul Zamani bin Jasmi. My magic number is B05161026. I'm from Faculty Manufacturing Engineering. I am under supervision of Dr. Muhammad Shafiq bin Sheikh Mohammed. Today, I will present my final year's project 1. My title of project is Study of Knowledge, Attitude and Practices of Machining Practice among FKP students. My presentation today consists of introduction, problem statement, objective, literature review, and methodology. For introduction, I will explain briefly about my project. On problem statement, I will describe issue to be improved, while on objective, I will explain on what I expect to achieve at the end of my project. In literature review, I will discuss the overview of major writing and other sources of my topic. Lastly, on my methodology, I will explain about the specific procedure that I use to identify and analyze information regarding my topic. For introduction, machining safety is all about making sure users are protected from all the dangerous elements coming from the machine while operating. For example, the shield guards on the lead machine. The lead machine will not functioning and run if shield guards is lifted up. Moreover, this can be prevented by having sufficient knowledge, attitude, and practicing the correct knowledge when dealing with the machineries. Moving on to the problem statement. The issue on my project are low compliance and awareness among lab users, especially students using FKP lab. For example, students tend to take for granted on the safety instruction while handling the machine. Next, poor machining safety practices among FKP students, especially operating power tools, lathe, and various other machines. Talking about machining safety, we all know that each machine have their own risks and hazard. Also, they have own safety that users should aware and follow before using. For my objective, at the end of my project, I want to achieve my 3 objectives. Firstly, to identify poor machining safety practices among FKP students. Secondly, to analyze the level of knowledge, attitude, and practices of machining safety among FKP students. And lastly, to propose improvement of machining safety practices in FKP lab. For literature review, I have quotes few statements from author Bertolini Renzo and others as described definition of hazard and risk. For hazard is any source of potential damage, harm, or adverse health effect on something or someone, while risk is a chance or probability that a person will be harmed or experience an adverse health effect if exposed to a hazard. Meanwhile, according to Bunzaceli and others, installation a specific safeguard can minimize any hazard or risk before starting the maintenance work. The safeguard is same like lead machine. I think it can prevent from dangerous and accident. Next, according to Lin, in order to reduce accident, organization and workplace play important role to provide safe working methods, hazard identification, condition of the machinery, prevention of unintentional startup, good condition of working surface, and the right choice of proper tool. This means when you do the job, you must choose the proper tool before doing the job. However, some accident can cause from the fail from the failure of the safety component. This is pro- this is proven from study of Villet. This shows the importance of maintenance of machinery regularly to prevent any accident. Moving on to the next slide, HSC and others report that 50% of accidents occur when moving part of the machine in pressure and conveyor, while 70% of all contact with moving part accidents occur during intervention of machine. The example of intervention is when you do the maintenance for the machine. That is the reason why, according to SFA Aziz, required to engage a security training, particularly for those holding big risk job. Gardner and others also supporting HSE and other statement, saying that pressure is one of the highest accident happen. Gardner also said, grinding machine show higher accident rates, and lathe machine are most commonly have accident reports. Lastly, according to the bluff, since worker intervenes on machinery in all the phases of its life cycle, the example of intervene is installation, operating, maintenance, troubleshooting, repair, adjustment, setup, handling production disturbance, cleaning and dismantling. They are all exposed to the hazard. For methodology, I start my project with identify the problem statement. Then, I will set the objective of the research. After that, I start writing the review for my project. For field data gathering, I collect the data from online survey based on KLP method towards 40 FKP students. After I collect the data, I can interpret the data using statistical analysis. If all the requirement is accepted, I continue with implementation of prevention. If it's not accepted, I need to repeat the steps starting from the data gathering. Lastly, in order to achieve my objective, these are the methods. Firstly, to identify poor machining safety practices among FKP students, I need to do observation and interview among students and lab staff. Secondly, to analyze the level of knowledge, attitude, and practices of machining safety among FKP students, I will do online survey based on KFP method, dedicated to the machining safety and lastly, to propose improvement of machining safety practices in FKP lab, I will analyze results from my survey as well as interview lab staff. I think that's all for me. This is my email and phone number. If you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you for your time.